All right, if you've been working along with me, then you've managed to apply the drop shadow, inner shadow, and color overlay effects to the V layer. And if you're one of those people that likes to monkey around, you've probably got 17 other effects listed here as well. In this exercise, I want to show you how to take those effects and replicate them onto other layers inside of the love signs composition here. And I've alluded to ways to replicate layer effects inside of a couple of other chapters in this series, but I want you to know all of the various myriad ways that are available to you right here in this one central exercise. So here we go. Some ways to move and copy styles around. For one thing, you can drag the word effects from one layer to another layer, like so. And that will move all the effects from the V layer, in this case, to the O layer. And you can see they've all been moved. Or if you want to move all the effects, you can also drag the FX icon right there, drag it from one layer to another to put things back on the V layer, don't you know? Or if you want to move a single layer effect, you can. Like, let's say I want to break the drop shadow onto a different layer. I just go ahead and drag the word drop shadow and move it onto O, for example. There's no drop shadow associated with a V anymore, just with the O. And I don't want that to happen, actually. So I'll press Control-Z or Command-Z on the Mac to undo that modification. What if you want to, instead of moving these guys around, you want to replicate them? Well, then you would press and hold the Alt key on the PC or the Option key on the Mac. All right, so for example, if I Alt or Option drag the FX logo, I will copy the effects to the O layer. But there's a better way to work. When you're trying to replicate layer effects onto multiple layers at a time, there's a simpler way to work. I'm going to go ahead and press Control-Z or Command-Z on the Mac to undo that most recent modification. So I still have my effects only associated with the V layer. I'm going to right-click on the FX logo and then choose Copy Layer Style. And Photoshop is telling you Copy Layer Style to indicate that you're going to copy all of the effects at once. So you can't just copy a single effect. You're going to copy all of them, all the effects that are associated with this layer. And so go ahead and choose that command in order to copy them. And then I want you to click on the E layer and Control-click on the O and L layers. That would be Command-click on the O and L layers on the Mac. Make sure you click someplace in this empty area of the layer here, or you can click on the layer name if you like. Do not click on the thumbnail, though, because if you Control-click on a thumbnail, you're going to load its selection outline. And that's not what we want to do. We want to select multiple non-adjacent layers. So that's a Control or Command click on an empty portion of the layer. And that will select all three of those layers. Then right-click, again, not on the thumbnail, right-click out here, and then choose Paste Layer Style. If you right-click on a thumbnail, you get a different set of options for some reason. Anyway, go ahead and choose Paste Layer Style. And that will go ahead and apply these layer effects to every single one of the hand layers. They are all currently sort of this weird greenish color. That's a problem. I want each one of the hands to have its own unique color flavoring, and we are going to accomplish exactly that in the next exercise.